build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Good-looking jab. The jab not finding its target. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Did a nice job blocking the right jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo.
On to the second round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Good defense there with that left hook. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter does everything behind the jab. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Misses with the straight left. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Good counter punching. That jab misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No doubt the career is winding down. How many fights do they have left? Neither neither fighter willing to slow down. Do you believe what we are seeing? The jab doesn't quite connect. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. This fighter, one of the top 5 in the world, no doubt about it. When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes. And there's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with that straight left. Nobody home with that hook. Perfect counter lands. Swing and a miss with that jab. No rest for the weary. Straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. And he scores with the counter. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Good counter punch. They block the left there. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope...
There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? Couldn't land that jab. A perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He just misses with that jab. No rest for the weary. Well done with that counter shot. Nice slip to avoid the jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance.
Round 7, here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Yes.
Oh no, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And we enter the 8th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Which fighter will say no mas? Good defense there to stop that hook. Beautiful counter punch. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter shot lands. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Lucky that hook didn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That jab doesn't score. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get...
And here comes the 10th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want the knockout. Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's a counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Let's see if they go to the body. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. There's the bell to start round 11. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. That jab won't score. And he just missed with that left jab. The jab slightly off target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Big hook doesn't land. Every time they dropped her, a very whoa, wait a minute! Sergio Martinez is dazed. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on
to the 12th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A lot of effort being exerted here. The courage on display here is incredible. One punch could change everything in this battle. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. How about that time counter shot? They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, here is your winner by unanimous decision and the new SCI and WBC World Champion, the Artist.